So, in honor of the summer season, we're making this delicious heirloom tomato and plum salad. We have these gorgeous heirloom tomatoes from San Diego. Right now we're in the height of the season of heirloom tomatoes, so they're really delicious and sweet. We have all these different varieties, so we get to showcase all the nuances of the different flavors and the colors that we have with tomatoes. And we wanted to pair them with plums. Normally, plums are dedicated to sweeter dessert applications, but these varieties of plums, the El Dorado plum and the lemon pluoc, they have a relatively high acid content and a nice crispness to them that we feel that would pair nicely with the tomatoes. So we're taking those in their raw state. We also have these awesome sun gold tomatoes, these little tiny little orange tomatoes that are just sugary sweet. They have a great texture to them too. The skin kind of pops and you get this great sensation of juiciness and tomato flavor. It's almost concentrated tomato flavor. We're going to pair them with some burrata cheese. Burrata, which is a triple milk mozzarella, essentially. It's very creamy. It's nice and rich, and it balances out the light acidity and the sweetness of the tomatoes. And then just dress it with some local olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and some balsamic. So I'm going to kind of cut right into it and assemble it on this plate. And you'll see when I'm plating it, it's going to be a very simple treatment. What we do is we try to get our hands on the best possible ingredients in the height of their season. So a lot of the work that we do goes into the sourcing. And then in terms of the technique, we just try to pay respect and tribute to the vegetables or the produce, whatever it is that we're working with, to really highlight the quality. So I'll start with the plums. And we're going to just kind of cut them into abstract shapes so that we can have a nice presentation with it. You see the inside is a nice golden color as well. So we might get some wedges on the yellow plums. And then on these El Dorados it's a California black plum, the inside of it has, you'll see a golden flesh as well. So you'll get a nice contrast of colors. So these maybe we'll cut them into more like strips. This orange one right here, maybe we'll use this kind of in a half moon shape. And again, when you look inside, a sign of a great tomato really is when you cut into it, there shouldn't be a huge differentiation of color where it starts turning white at the pith. That's a sign that they're really underripe and the sugar levels aren't where we want them to be. So they're not going to be as delicious. And so if you look at the outside of this tomato all the way to the center, it's a pretty even coloration. And that's something that we're looking for. This is a green zebra tomato. And again, this is going to counter the sugariness of this orange tomato and the sun gold with a high acid content to it. Green zebras. One of my favorites is the green zebra because most of the time when we're eating tomatoes in the summer, they're very sweet. Like I said, relatively high sugar content. And this kind of balances out that sweetness. So I like using those as well. We'll get some red tomato in there as well. Some red heirlooms. And that's it. That's our summer heirloom tomato and plum salad with burrata cheese.